It seemed to happen suddenly. But one day I woke up and I realized that my parents are old. More tired around the eyes than I remember. A little sadder. Worn down from years of stress and worry. Maybe a little grief mixed in. Disappointment that their children didn't turn out. At least not in the way that they had imagined. To be fair, it's not what I had imagined either. Sometimes it's a hard truth for me to reckon with. I wonder if I turned out to be a loser. But I suppose it's all relative. Compared to a lot of people, I have a remarkable life. I certainly didn't end up with the preferred Idaho Mormon way of living, that's for sure. Admittedly, I did end up going a bit off the rails. Strayed from the iron rod. I like to think I had some fun along the way, off the beaten path. At the very least, it shaped me into who I am today, for better or for worse. Which one of those depends on how I'm feeling that day. There's a shift that happens when you get older. Eventually, instead of being all wild and fun, people start to just think you're a bit sad and pathetic, directionless. My mom's mentioned several times over the years that I don't have any direction. And she's right. I've known this for a long time. I lost any roadmap I had for my life when I lost my faith. And ever since then, I've just been on the run. Driving blind, all gas, no brakes. I never really figured out what I truly wanted. And I couldn't really talk about it with anyone. At least not anyone that would really understand. I've spent a lot of years trying to do what I thought other people wanted, hiding my true face. It's exhausting. I've been deceived more than once, falling for the enticing snare of the devil, binding my hands with flaxen cord. Passage from Alice in Wonderland comes to my mind often. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? Alice speaks to Cheshire Cat. That depends a good deal on where you want to get to, says the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. So long as I get somewhere, Alice added as an explanation. Oh, you're sure to do that, said the cat, if you only walk long enough. Maybe like everyone in Wonderland, I'm a little mad, a little crazy. Madness in both the sense of insanity and anger. At least everyone else has always thought so. Maybe it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Driving me down a strange and dark road. Any road, just to get away from here. I've never really felt like I belonged here. I've always felt on the outside here in Idaho. Mad, even. And now, the distance feels even greater, having left and returned. The prodigal child. Changed by other places, people and things, looking for redemption. But I'd have to be mad to come back here and expect my family to be proud of me. Sometimes I worry they preferred it when I was somewhere else, farther away, so I couldn't embarrass them in their own backyard. They were able to love me from a distance and maintain the illusion of who I used to be. I know my mom misses that 18-year-old Mormon girl. The one who followed all the rules. The one who was obedient. Now instead, all she has is this stranger, full of anger, who thinks and acts totally different from what she would prefer. A stranger who claims to be her daughter. I feel a strange guilt, but I also don't want to apologize for who I am, even if it's not what my family wanted. Maybe the guilt is for not giving them the grandchildren they dreamed of, for not being the faithful Latter-day Saint they raised me to be. When I was attending the church, they placed heavy blame on the parents of anyone who left, and that's not fair to them. And here I am, returned from the bumpy road, my hands calloused, my heart hardened. It's been a long journey, trying to get back to the roots, to rekindle the things that once inspired me, that made me feel excited to be alive. My soul has been dark for so long. Sorry, Mama.